Aljamain Sterling is about to make his featherweight debut. Because this guy, he was massive for the bantamweight division. He was very, very big. And now he's fighting at arguably his natural weight class. And he's taking on Calvin Kattar. And I think that he's going to win this fight. I think he should win this fight. He's a former world champion. He's got world champion level skills. And typically, the lower weight classes are more skilled and potentially have better fight IQ than the guys from the higher weight classes because there's not as much power. It's a lot like more reliant on your technical ability, and you're gonna have like speed and everything. But you can't just put someone away like as much as other weight classes can. And you might not have like a huge strength advantage because of how low your weight is. And yeah, I think Aljamain Sterling, in terms of like the grappling, he's definitely like better than Calvin Kattar. There's not too many grapplers in the featherweight division. Like you look at the top five. There's Ilya Topuria, who's a champion. He can grapple, but he mainly chooses to box. You got Alexander Volkanovski. Again, he can grapple, but he mainly strikes. You got Max Holloway, just pure striker. You got Brian Ortega. He has some good jiu-jitsu, but sometimes he struggles to get the fight to the ground, but it seems like he's getting better at that. Then you have Yair Rodriguez, who's basically like just a striker. And then you got Mazhar Evlov, who's a solid grappler and he hasn't lost yet. But outside of that, there isn't too many other guys who, grapple in that weight class and have that submission threat as Aljamain certainly does. Because it's not just about like being able to grapple; it's just about being able to finish a fight on the ground. And Aljamain Sterling can definitely do that to Calvin Kattar. I think that this fight, I could see Aljamain Sterling either. I think he's gonna win by decision. I think him winning by decision is a safe bet. I think he's gonna out grapple Calvin Kattar, but obviously Calvin Kattar is gonna be like he hasn't been submitted before. He's gonna be expecting like submission threats from Aljamain. I think he's going to be ready for that, but I think it's just going to be the takedowns and the control time that's where he's going to lose. I think Aljamain Sterling, he's got some awkward striking, but he's got some pretty good kicks. Like Renato Moicano was landing a lot of kicks, especially leg kicks on Calvin Kattar. So I think that, Aljamain Sterling can build off of that, throw a bunch of leg kicks, use that front kick to the body, Calvin Kattar. He doesn't have too much lateral movement, so that front kick's going to be there. Obviously, he dealt with kicks very well with Giga Chikadze, but Aljamain Sterling is, although he's not as good of a striker as Giga, he's arguably more awkward and less predictable. Because Giga, you know what he's going to do. He's going to get into the southpaw stance when you're in the orthodox stance, blast your body kicks, set up that, head kick, the Giga kick, basically. Or I think the Giga kick is a body kick, but he's going to basically try to set up that head kick, and he's going to try to aim for your liver with body shots. But Aljamain Sterling, he's going to be awkward. Like, the way his kicks look, he's going to throw side kicks to the face. He's going to throw some wheel kicks in there. He's going to throw some spinning side kicks and hook kicks as well. I think he's going to be able to disrupt Calvin Kattar's timing with those kicks. He can even use an oblique kick to even further disrupt Calvin Kattar's timing and intercept him when he's coming forward with those jabs. So I think the striking Aljamain Sterling is going to be able to stay safe. Calvin Kattar has a dangerous 1-2, so Aljamain Sterling is going to have to be worried about that. And sometimes Aljamain Sterling does have some pretty sloppy takedown entries. So if he's worked on that quite a bit, and if he has worked on not overreaching for his shots, because that's how he got knocked out versus Sugar Sean O'Malley, by overreaching for a shot. If he's worked on that, I can definitely see him winning this fight comfortably, maybe even getting a submission. I think his takedowns are going to be on point this fight. He can go for his single legs. I would actually, single legs, double legs, I wouldn't mind seeing those, and I really do think that he's going to be able to just win this by control time. I think he's going to get those takedowns. And it's going to be a great fight. And after this fight, the featherweight division is awkward because you got Volkanovski, who definitely deserves a rematch, but Ilya's not, he's saying that he's not going to give him a rematch. And Elias saying that he doesn't want to fight up until like November. So for Aljamain Sterling's sake, I would say fight someone else in the top 5. I think you should probably call out like maybe Yair Rodriguez or maybe a Brian Ortega, but they train together, so that might not happen. But yeah, I think Aljamain Sterling should win this fight at UFC 300, and then maybe get another fight in the featherweight division before the title shot.